Hello everyone and welcome to our first live webinar here in Bahrain. My name is Layal Al-Souki and I will be your host for today. I am so thrilled and excited to be talking about our complete ICT computer curriculum from K to 12 TechnoKids. TechnoKids is a Canadian-based company with more than 25 years of experience. More than 1,000 schools worldwide have implemented TechnoKids in its classrooms. Here in the GCC, Knowledge Hub has been the exclusive partner of TechnoKids for more than 20 years. We are one of the top edutech companies in the region, implementing our services for more than 100 UAE schools. We also thank our partners, Mekon, for being with us today. Mekon is one of the top educational agents in Bahrain with also more than 40 years of experience. As a quick overview of what we will be covering today, we will first be talking about what is TechnoKids, how will TechnoKids help teachers and students conduct their ICT classes during these challenging days. We're also going to talk about some of our newest projects, and finally the Q&A session. Please note that all attendees will get a certificate of attendance and this webinar will be recorded. Let me first introduce our speakers. Mrs. Hiba Smadi. Mrs. Hiba is our Arabic and English speaker. She's a professional ICT teacher with many years of experience. She comes from an engineering background. Mr. Suresh is our English and Hindi speaker, also comes from an educational background with more than 12 years of teaching college and university students. He is the training and implementation manager at Knowledge Hub. Both our speakers are TechnoKids specialists in the region. Mr. Suresh, can you please tell us more about TechnoKids?
Yes, Layal. Thank you for the warm introduction about us and the company. Good evening, everyone. As Layal said, I would like to talk about TechnoKids with you now. So what do you mean by TechnoKids? I would like to share my screen. Yeah. What is TechnoKids? TechnoKids is the collection of technology project to engage the student to develop ICT and STEAM skills from kindergarten to 12th grade. So all the teachers, we know the importance of ICT and STEAM for students. For their career, these skills will help them to grow in knowledge. And TechnoKids engage these skills through project-based learning method. And through these projects, they will be developing their 21st century skills like critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration, all those 21st century skills the students will be developing. Now, what do you mean by project-based learning? We all learn many skills in a different way. Suppose if you are going to teach something that in an isolated way, without having any applications, we may forget it very easily. But if you are going to teach some skills and by that skill, they are going to develop something, they are going to create a project or doing a task, they will not forget the concept. So TechnoKids comes up with the concept of project-based learning for all type of skills like Microsoft, STEAM, and different innovative themes they are teaching in the method of project-based learning. So in that way, they will be learning all the skills like solving problems and collaborations, all those things they will be doing it. So now, these projects, as a teacher, you might think that if I take this TechnoKids project, will I meet my curriculum standards, which I am following in my schools? Yes, of course, there's no doubt TechnoKids projects are aligned with the most popular platforms like Common Core and California, ISTE, and different standards. And most of these standards are following skills like collaboration, digital citizenship, critical thinking, and knowledge. All those things are involved in all the curriculums. So TechnoKids can easily map with any type of curriculum that's followed in international level. Now, TechnoKids has the projects from kindergarten to 12th grade as a 4 different groups, from primary, junior, intermediate, and senior as a different level. Based on the ability of the students, TechnoKids has assigned the project. What are the things as a school you will get to deliver these projects to the students? The school will get a teacher guide, and the school will get a student book. It will be available in a hard copy or a soft copy format. Along with that, you will be completely getting an online platform. There you can get all the resources, including the teacher guide and the student book. So what do you mean by teacher guide? Teacher guide is nothing but the complete guide for the teacher. In that, teacher will get how to start the particular project, what are the things they need to prepare before starting a project, and how I'm going to plan these lessons for the complete term, how I'm going to plan weekly 1 classes or 2 classes, how you want to plan. That complete plan you can do by online. And before starting the particular project, you will come to know what are the learning objectives of the particular project. You will be doing it. Along with that, the necessary resources which is helpful for teaching the project also available with the teacher guide. Now the student book, we will call it as a student workbook because this is not only a theoretical book, it comes up with the assignment activities. It comes up with the multiple sessions and assignments. In that, students will be doing a task and they will be connecting that activity with the real-time applications, why they are doing the particular task, what are the applications of it. And at the end of each and every sessions, they will be having a skill review questions to check their knowledge, what they've learned in that particular session. On the online platform, they will be having extension activities as well as in the book also. Suppose in a school, suppose the students are high achiever students, they are doing the activities very quickly. They need some extension activities to do this. Along with that, they can connect a quiz with the online platform as well as. Moreover, we are in the situation where we can teach these kind of projects to students at any level. For example, even in the school or at home, especially in the COVID time, we need a platform. Through that, we can teach these type of subjects very fruitfully. For that, TechnoKids comes up with the online platform called TechnoClassroom, which has the complete planning of getting started, PowerPoint, student resources, workbook, summary skills, teacher guide, teacher resources, everything will be there in one platform. So here, the teacher can completely use this resource and deliver to their students. It also comes up with the mini LMS platform. Through that platform, teacher can create their own courses, not only the TechnoKids courses, teacher can upload their own content and create their own course platform over there. And teacher can conduct a built-in conference within their students. So you no need to jump around some other conference tools or something else. They can use the same TechnoClassroom for conducting the virtual classrooms, and they can create their own assignments, and so that the skills of the students can be evaluated, and teacher can conduct quiz with the inbuilt questions, and also the teacher can add their own questions as well as. And along with that, teacher can track the students' report there. That means how much they are completing the particular activity, particular project in that one. I would like to show the page what over here. This is the home page, the login page for the Techno Classrooms. Here, the students or teacher can log in here. Then there will be 4 types of logins will be here. One is admin, HOD, and the teacher and the students. Of course, admin, HOD, teacher, the features of this access will be different. Student can access whatever they need. Students will be having some limitations of the resources. The teacher can use all the resources. So now I would like to show the platform quickly. Yes, this is the Techno Classroom platform. I logged in as a teacher here. You can see the platform here. And now the courses available, you can see here what are the courses. And each course, if I check here, you can see the report of it. How much the students are getting completed here. The 0% is complete as a brand new course here. So how much you can see the courses, how much the course is utilized by the students as well as the teacher. This can be monitored by the admin. Along with that, you can check the course details clearly by checking the courses. For example, if I'm opening the Painter, is one of the projects. Here you can see, as I told you in the slides, you can see the getting started. It comes up with the how to use guides and all those information. Then PowerPoint, then student resources like sessions wise assignment. You can go inside. Then you can see the workbook. It will show the complete workbook over here. And summary skills. You can see the student workbook here. And if the teacher would like to see the PowerPoint, they can see the PowerPoint. If at all the teacher would like to add some questions, if they want to create something for them, they can use it. They can go to their dashboard and they can add any kind of activities to this one. Yes. So this platform, teachers can use their conferences and they can conduct even quiz and all different kind of activities they can do. If they start this course, they can completely conduct the things. For example, if they edit it, they can create, for example, if they would like to add any resources or something, you will get a multiple options here. If they would like to add the assignments, they can use this option, and any extension activities you can check here, and any conference, they can go with the conference, they can create the conference, and they can communicate with the students. They can do quiz program by adding their questions or inbuilt questions. Multiple options are available to interact with the students. So this online platform will completely helpful for the students, independent of any kind of learning methods. Even it is a live class or a hybrid or complete online, this TechnoClassroom will support the teachers as well as the students to learn the TechnoKids very well. Now, I would like to ask Hiba to explore some of the projects from the primary and the junior sessions.
Thank you, Suresh, for this introduction about TechnoClassroom. So, hello, everyone. I'm Hiba Smadi. Today, I'm going to show you more about TechnoKids. As my colleague said about TechnoKids computer curriculum, it's a collection of technology projects. These projects include teacher guide, workbook, customizable resource files, designed to gradually build efficiency of technology skills in students' learning. So TechnoKids computer curriculum are ready to go instructions material for busy teachers. Now, how are these technology projects organized? As my colleague explained, those 98 projects divided into categories based on grade level: primary, junior, intermediate, and senior level. Now, next, I will show you the TechnoKids technology project matrix for each level. In the primary level, there are the first level is the primary level. The primary level is a technology projects available. These are the technology projects available in the primary level here. You see, there is, for the primary level, there is 18 projects, which is computer lessons designed for preschool or kindergarten, grade 1, 2, 3, grade 3 students. As you see for primary level, as I said, there's 19 projects for this age group. That will be the first step to develop students' fundamental knowledge. Those projects provide a foundation for learning. So the task here will develop fundamentals, keyboarding, and fine motor skills. Activity will emphasize fundamentals. Students here will create artwork. They will write stories. They will make presentation and more. And as you see, there's a new projects added recently to keep up with the new technology. As you see in this level, students will be introducing to programming and robotics like TechnoWiz and TechnoBlocks. Now for the junior level from grade 3 to grade 6, these are technology projects available in the junior level, which is computer lessons designed for grade 3, 4, 5 and grade 6 students. As you see from the junior level matrix, there is for this level, there's 28 projects teacher can choose from them for this age group that they will prepare their students to more advanced developed fundamental knowledge. Junior level projects will be focusing on essential skills. Activities will promote the practical application of technology. The new project added recently, as you see, will introduce your students to advanced skills like programming and robotics. Students will become responsible digital citizens. They can conduct research, they can animate graph stories, they can build games and more. Like TechnoTurtle here, TechnoTurtle with TechnoTale project, students will become game designer using Python programming, and they will apply electronics with coding like Technomicrobits. Now, as I explained, these categories will be divided based on grade level, and it's only a suggested guidelines. Teacher may use the knowledge of student skills to adjust individual classroom application. Now today I am going to highlight for you 3 projects from the primary level and 3 projects from the junior level to show you the project can be used to teach your students different skills, and each project will teach your students many skills. For the primary level, I will talk about first TechnoStart, then TechnoTale, and we'll cover TechnoTreasure Hunt together. For the junior level, I will cover with you TechnoTurtle, TechnoAppInventor, and TechnoTrivia. And the first project I will talk about in the primary level is the TechnoStarts, which is a computer lessons for beginners, can be taught to grade 1 students. TechnoStart will teach the basic knowledge and skills and attitudes for your students to use computer and technology. It has 16 assignments designed to build basic computer skills in primary grades. So it is the perfect way for beginners to start the school year. The fun activities like computers detective, do and don'ts card, functions of computer, hardware, mouse or touch terminology, missing keys on the keyboard, match tools, what is wrong, and computers rules and more. Those will empower young minds with the fundamentals of using computer and technology. Teach common sense yet critical skills such as computer care, appropriate conduct. Students will make simple painting also. They can use the paint application to develop essential skills. They will include how to open, they will know how to open and close a program. They will select a tool to perform a task. They will save and print. They will open and save files and type using the keyboard. So the primary and elementary students, they will complete the fun activities. They will discover mouse and touch actions. They will name the computer parts to earn a computer operator license. So with TechnoStart, these are the skills and the integration your students will learn. The second project I will cover with you is in the primary level is the TechnoTale. In this project, students will blend coding with storytelling using Scratch Junior. The fun lessons introducing programming concepts to elementary students in grade 2 to 5 for children aged, let's say 7 and above. They will the illustrated instruction with the students teacher will use. They will explain how to build scripts to animate a fairy tale. With its 21st, 21 assignments, they are divided into sections. Students will make a modern interactive fairy tale using Scratch Junior. Now they will combine coding blocks to form scripts that animate the story action. So they will build their own story using programming. Each story page will apply different techniques. Detailed instruction helps students to divide the task into steps. The sequence coding blocks and debugging code teach programming concepts in a fun way for beginners. The tale will be about a character that overcomes a problem by going on a quest to live happily ever after. They must find a hidden item and locate someone that can help. What will happen then? They will ask what will happen in the Once Upon a Time adventure. So it will be so engaging for students to introduce them the programming in this level. In addition, they will become aware of how conditional logic can be used to trigger action. TechnoTales provide a foundation of mastering other programming language in the future. So these are the skill and the integration they will learn. They will integrate creative writing with coding. They will learn programming concepts in a way that is a fun and understandable for children. Now, the last one in the third primary project I will talk about is the Techno Treasure Hunt. In this project, you will introduce your students to programming concepts and basic robotics action. These technology projects will teach your students graphic, spreadsheets, and programming robotics. With its 14 assignments that are divided into 6 sessions, a student will explore the treasure island using TechnoSnail, which is a smart robot as you see. In this project, students will learn the term of island, map, compass, row, column, spreadsheets, etc. And students also will learn skills such as sequencing, planning, looping, estimation, problem solving. Students also will use the TechnoSnail and program it to move in different direction on the treasure island mate using the Techno cards. This project actually it is a perfect opportunity to learn programming using the snail and cards. This excellent resource is a great starting point to teach the 21st century skills, directional language and basic programming to young students. They will understand what is a treasure map and they will import the treasure island map. They will program and move the snail. They will set the starting position of the snail. They will program it to move to specific direction and will explore different location on the treasure island. So students here will use logic reasoning to predict the behavior of simple program. They will utilize critical thinking to create solution through programming the snail. They will understand algorithmic thinking to develop steps in creating solutions to various tasks. They will demonstrate, which is the most important, how computer hardware and software will work together as a system to accomplish a task. Now with the junior level projects that will be prepare students to more advanced skills. The first project I will talk about in the junior level is the Techno Trivia, which is an interesting project actually. In this project, students will learn how to make a Google or Microsoft Forms quiz. So elementary and middle school students, they will create their own trivia game. They will formulate questions to test friends' knowledge about a topic. by setting the answer key and automated system calculating that will calculate points and send quiz results, this project can be integrated into any curriculum area. Or your student will use a topic of personal expertise to hook students' interest it will be suitable from grade 4 and above. So in this project, students will integrate Google and Microsoft Forms into curriculum. This project has 15 assignments that are divided into 6 sessions. Those sessions designed to blend this technology project into any subject area as a discovery tool. They will review activity or to share personal interest or expertise. Students will devise a plan. They will generate thought-provoking questions. They will make an answer key with feedback, and then they will invite peers to play the trivia game. Finally, they will analyze the scores and reflect upon their learning. For teachers also, there's a step-by-step instruction to make a trivia game. It will guide teacher how to teach this interesting project to students. So with this project, you will shake up your computer curriculum with one-of-a-kind projects. So students will considering, as you see, this is an example of what students can generate. So students here will consider a viewpoint of their audience in delivering quiz questions by working together. In this way, they will improve written and oral communication skills. They will develop critical thinking. They will improve information recall. They will build self-esteem. They will cultivate positive relationship, and they will learn more about constructive criticism. The second project is the TechnoTurtle, which is a programming project. Here, students will use Python language to learn how to program. So it is a technology project that teach programming skills to students in this grade group, in this age group. They will use Python and the Turtle library in Python. In this project, students will become game designers. They will love this project actually. It has 30 assignments that are divided into 6 sessions. These sessions apply technology that will integrate math, they will integrate language art, they will integrate visual arts and social studies. They will, those also said they will conclude a maze, they will paint pixel art, they will create a mid-lab generator, they will design spinograph to build, and they will build a carnival game. So here in this project, the fun begins when students edit code to gain an understanding of the structure of Python scripts. Once they're familiar with the basic concepts, the young programmers are introduced to debugging, to loops, to variables, and conditional logic. They will ignite an interest in programming with meaningful activities designed for beginners. At the end of this project, you will see that your students invent a game using logic. So these are the skill and the integration your students will learn in this project. Now, the last one I want to cover with you in the junior level projects, the TechnoAppInventor. In this project, with a lot of workshops for students to start introducing to developing Android application from level 3 to grade 5, they will be introduced, and even for grade 6 it can be used, or higher grade. So it's always depend on students' skills and what they are ready to learn. So in this project, they will be introduced to learn to create an Android application. In this project, they will teach app developments and coding with its 22 assignments there that are divided into 6 sessions. They will learn about complete installation and steps for creating a new project. To start, students will have the overview of AppInventor's Android emulator and learn to develop apps for Android. The students will learn the programming step by step The students will learn the programming step by step with multiple workshops between them and teachers. Then students will learn to build their first simple. They will create an application on the screen of their mobile about Hello World application. And then students will learn changing and switching the screen background image. They will use a clickable image with button component, and also they will learn to use sounds component available in the media pilots provided by this application and project. They will build an application that it makes a phone talking using text to speech. They will be able to build a kilometer converter application. They will build simple ball bounce game application. They will build a digital doodle drawing application. So students will upload, and at the end of this project, students will upload their application to AppInventor Gallery and then finally upload it on Google Play stores. So at the end of this project, students will learn to develop their own mobile application using the app inventors. So they will develop programming, they will develop app building skills and operating environment skills. So as you see, those are the skills students will learn in this project. You see how the variety these projects are, and I only mentioned only 6 projects from each level and how many skills students will learn. So in the intermediate level, I will show in the intermediate level, which is from 6 to 9, that now my colleague Suresh will talk in details more. In this level, projects will in this level, students will be introduced into projects, will emphasize critical and creative thinking. Students will design publications, analyze data, code web pages, and for the senior level from grade 8 to 12, those senior level will prepare students for higher learning and career readiness, which is so important. Activity in this level will emphasize real-world applications for technology. Now I will pass the mic to my colleague Suresh to tell us more about the intermediate and seniors level projects, which is the advanced projects. He is the specialist in these projects. So I will give the mic to my colleague Suresh.
Yes, Hiba. Thank you for the wonderful introduction of all those projects for the junior and the primary sessions. Hope everyone liked the projects. I would like to add some more projects which can help the students from the intermediate and the senior level here. As Hiba shared the screen with the variety of projects, I would like to pick some of the projects within this short time I can explain to you, and which are very useful for you as well as. And one point I would like to explain here is TechnoKids has put the project in such a way that one grade, if you are going to select, there are a lot of varieties out there. You can pick a project if you would like to go for Microsoft skills, or else you want to select a robotics, or else if you want to go for a coding, you can select a different category of the things. And these projects comes up with the concept of progression from the primary onwards. For example, if the students are learning programming, as Hiba said, they will be learning programming from as a PC-free coding uses TechnoSnile. Then after that, they will be learning Scratch Junior. Then we have the project to learn here like then Scratch. Then after that, they can learn the text-based coding. If you take the text-based coding like Python, that also from the lower level to higher level is there. And the hardware also, they will learn Python, or they will learn some other hardware. They can use the language with the hardware. That's how the projects are arranged in a way, so that the progression level will be happening from the primary level to the senior level. Students can apply each and every concept what they are learning in the previous grade to the next grade. So here I would like to show some of the projects from the grade 6 and grade 7 AI pilot And we have all the variety of project. As Hiba said, I just don't want to repeat this. Here you can see. So I would like to show one of the project from the intermediate level is TechnoCircuits. By looking at the project, you might think what the students are going to study in the intermediate level as a circuits. Are they going to be an electronics engineer? Is it necessary? Yes, of course, it's necessary, because each and every one, all of us, we are using electronic devices at home, and we are living with the embedded system device every day. Yes, our digital watch is an embedded system. Our mobile phone is an embedded system. And we are using many devices around the world with the embedded system. So having the knowledge of electronics and embedded system is very much important, irrespective of any kind of field. They are from civil or mechanical or any type of the things. Once they are completing their school level, they should know about all these projects. So the TechnoCircuits will give the idea of basic electronics components and the embedded system, and they will create a simple circuits from the components what they have learned from here. And they will work with the virtual lab. The lab is made up of the software called TinkerCAD. They will be using the TinkerCAD software, and they will develop some virtual circuit diagrams. And they can get the simulation output on the screen. And these circuits is mostly based on the very popular board called Arduino. And nowadays, if you ask any students, are you going to do any project for your school exhibition or something, they'll be looking for this project, but they don't know how to do it. There are a lot of YouTube videos you can see, but the students, they don't know how to do it. But TechnoCircuits project will help them from the scratch how to do this project on virtually. At optional, that students can buy the hardware and they can use it, and even we can also provide the hardware. They can use it as a real-time as well as that's an optional case. So what are the project we are having here? If you see here, they will be knowing about a complete embedded system here and know about the software first. We'll start from the step by step. Then they will be developing some project which is complete real-time application based, like home security system, automatic garage system, or automatic light blinking system kind of things are there. They will be using like these ultrasonic sensors and motors and some circuit diagram. They'll be using it. Of course, they will get a feel of that. I made this circuit, I got the output. This is how this platform will work. Students will make the circuit, they will drag and drop the components, and it's on a workbench. They will do the programming and the connection. And of course, if they are using Arduino board, they need to use a coding, because embedded system is a mixing of program as well as the hardware. But what coding language they will use? They don't need to learn anything high level. They can use the very simple scratch-based language, the Blockly coding they can use for coding this Arduino program, what it's supposed to do. So this is how they will develop the project, and they can see the output as the sound or the LED is blinking over here. They can get the output on the screen itself as a simulation output. Now, at the end of the project, what will be the outcome of the students here? Yes, if after completing this project, if the students look at any of the electronic devices, they can say, yes, this is the electronic device as a switch. This is an input device. This is an output device. They can say it. At the same time, they can make a small circuits. They can understand what is embedded system, what is not an embedded system. Is this an electronic device or not? And basic ideas of electronics they will be having in the school level itself. That's what the outcome from the TechnoCircuits project. Next, one of the important projects we would like to introduce here is TechnoAI. AI means artificial intelligence. The current scenario, the AI is the trending topic everywhere. So why TechnoKids comes up with the project TechnoAI for even the school students for the intermediate level? Because you can see this graph, how the requirement of AI skilled students from the year 2010, it's keep on increasing from here. And the demand for the students are high. So learning this artificial intelligence skill is very much important. As a school, we are responsible, as a teacher, we are responsible to teach these skills to the students. While they are going to the university or the other level, they will be having this information as a background. So this complete AI project is made based on the career focus, and they will be knowing what are the applications, AI applications currently used in the real world, and how the AI applications are very well used in the society, and how the users can be used it very easily or fluently these applications. Even if you take your phone, their phone is having an AI applications. Yes, in the immigration system is now completely with the AI applications. So students must know about this knowledge. Now, introduce this topic with the intermediate level. You may think how I can explain artificial intelligence to the students. That's where TechnoKids supports you. They will completely explain the project, what you mean by artificial intelligence, and how it can be explained to a kid. That means how a small kid can learn many things, same way a machine can learn many things. So the concept of artificial intelligence comes up with the concept of machine learning and deep learning principles. So these things will be explained with the real-time examples in the book. And after the second sessions, as Hiba said, each project will be comes up with the 5 sessions up to 6 sessions. And at the third session of this project, we will be start developing a project called facial recognition system. Oh, students are going to start develop their own application, that AI applications. How? They will be using an online machine learning tool, so called machine learning for kids. In that, they will be following the steps. They will be logging in and creating an account and supported with the teachers, and they will start the image recognition option there, and they will upload their photos. That means they are going to create face recognition project. So they need to upload their project photos, and they will upload the other photos as well as. So by this data information, the machine will get trained with different images. So at the cloud-based platform, the data will be trained. After the training, you will get a trained model for your facial recognition project. Now, students are going to use this trained model in their programming to show the AI application, but what language they are going to using. At the intermediate level, they are not much familiar with any high-level language. They may be familiar with the Scratch language. Yes, of course. Here we are going to use the Scratch language to develop the project. So they will use the test training model and use the Scratch language, and they will use some background effect like the mobile phone. Your image is accepted or denied or something kind like that. They will be using it, and they will get the end result using the simple Scratch-oriented programming. So they will be using the AI machine learning platform and the Scratch programming. They can develop an applications. Yes, after this, they can develop a programming like that image classification, as that is one of the AI project. So they can classify like that fruits and some other things, and you can bulldog and pug and cat and dog, something like that they can classify. They can do this project as well as, and also tagging some object. So these kind of simple applications students will do in the Techno AI project. Of course, after doing the project, the students can proudly say that I know what is artificial intelligence. They can explain to their friends as well as what is artificial intelligence. And if a device is working on an artificial intelligence principle, they will come to know what is the concept behind it. They can able to understand the overall operating principle of artificial intelligence and able to develop some AI applications by their own. Next project is Techno AI Pilot. Just now I introduced the Techno AI, now AI Pilot. Now in the Techno AI, students develop some project on the screen. They are getting the output on the screen, but can the student develop a small car that will act as a AI application that will have some AI skills that can show the artificial intelligence skills? That means the car can follow my face, the car can track a road. Yes, that is possible with this project, Techno AI Pilot. So it need a hardware, and student can explore the complete AI experience with again the Scratch coding. They can use it here. They will be using the AI module here, and they will be using the another hardware called a microbit. That's a well-known hardware for the school students, and even TechnoKids have one project for learning microbit as well as, and they will be using a robotics platform. So using all these things, they can develop this project. So now what the students will learn here, they will be learning the machine learning skills, and they will apply how these skills can be used on real time. Now, so you can see one of the projects here, how the particular robot is tracking the lane. It's not tracking by the sensors, it's tracking by the vision, by the camera, how the self-driving cars are working. And now, the question is, why the name is Techno AI Pilot? The main theme of the project is building a self-driving car, because by doing this project, students will understand that how the self-driving cars are working nowadays. They will get the idea by developing this prototype model of self-driving car, and they will developing a small mini robot that will track your face and other multitasking like tag recognition and color recognition, object tracking. Like that, they will be using multiple activities of AI. Now, at the end of the project, you can see that students can easily say that I can make a project with the application of AI. My robot can track the face, my robot can track a ball even, and he can track a road as well as. And as a Techno AI pilot, when the car is traveling on the road, it can be able to detect the pedestrian and stop. That's how the students can develop the applications. Here, they can use the mathematics skills, science skills while making this project. Of course, all the projects, they will be connecting whatever the subject they are learning in the regular subject here. Next project I would like to say is TechnoSwift. This is one of the programming language project. This programming language will be very useful for developing Apple applications. You know what is the Apple platform. You know what is the market level of the Apple platform here, that Apple is investing much on Swift language, because through the Swift language, students can develop iOS and Mac applications. And it's easy to learn, and the platform is completely open source learning here. Students will be doing coding level from the scratch, the data types, how they are learning the C, C++ language, same way they can learn the Swift language. And they will be using an online compiler like that, REPL or any other compiler, they can use it. They will be using this session. They will be doing playground and some interactive sessions they will be doing, and they will learn all the skills, including object-oriented programming concept also they will be using. The project will include an AI logic as well as there will be some coordinates will be there. How can you program the particular coordinate will move from one point to the other point with the knowledge of AI pathfinding programming. At the end of the project, students can develop some programs using Swift language. The outcome, when they are going to learn something, some application development for app or iOS, they will be using this language. So that time they will be familiar with the language. They can use it very easily for developing in applications. Now, I would like to introduce another project as a graphics. As TechnoKids is coming up with connecting all the skills like programming, graphics, robotics, Microsoft skills, and app development. So this project helped the students to learn some of the graphic skills. Why the students are learning graphic skills? Is it important? Yes. In future, then it may be useful for their career, as well as when they are doing some project presentation, they need to show some animation about their project, and there are a lot of applications, and there are a lot of fields also there in the multimedia side, the animation. So by learning this Blender open source software, students can easily create a small animated movie also. Students will be learning the 2D and 3D images, and they will be creating the visual effects with animations. The project will help the students to start from the basics. What is 2D and 3D and different modeling techniques, and some of the projects like solar planet and solar systems, and they will be creating a moving camel like that. You can see some movement over here that it's a high resolution video that they can create how the solar plant is moving as a step-by-step actions from the scratch. From each planet they will create and they will do it. This video you can see that how they will create from a camel, and they will make the camel to move step by step, move around the complete animations. The same way they can develop an animated movie. Of course, as the outcome, they can develop a small animated movie with the help of the Blender project, and they will know what is 2D, what is 3D. They can develop some of the animation effects. I would like to show the last project, that is TechnoDrone. I would like to show this project because I can't see any place without drone nowadays in the market. Everywhere we can see drone. So students will be using the drone as a toy, but can they able to control the drone? Can they able to use the drone for some AI application? Is it possible? Yes, they can use it. They will learn what are the type of drones, and they can navigate the drone with the programming languages here. This drone project will help the students to understand the basic principle of drones and how they are going to control using Scratch language, and how they are going to control using the Python language, and how they are going to use it for an AI application. The contents are developed in that way. At the same time, they will be learning the principle, aerodynamic principle, how the drone is moving. So that also they will be learning. So they will become an expert to handle the drones, not as a toy. As an engineer, they can handle the drone. So here you can see this. They can use this as how we can use the control of this takeoff using these projects, the Scratch programming, and they can use the Python code to control the drone to take off and move forward or backward. They can use it, and they can develop a program for tracking our face. So the drone can be used AI applications. So that's how the progression will happen. Students were learning the AI principle in the intermediate level, and the drone is of course a senior level project. They will be using the application here in the drone with the Python coding and the Scratch coding. In this way, the progression of project in kept such a way that they will be connecting with one technology with other technology. The complete course will be there. So the students can learn different programming languages and the project with hardware and without hardware. There are a lot of options are there, and of course all these projects are connected with the curriculum and mapped with the curriculum, where they are connecting, what STEAM skills they are connected. So now I would like to ask Layal to say, is there any questions based on the projects, what you are listening here?
Yes, thank you, Suresh. Thank you, Suresh and Hiba, for this general overview of TechnoKids. We have so many questions. I'm gonna ask you, Mrs. Anna is asking Suresh, are the projects designed to be enough for the whole academic year?
Yeah, it's normally from our experience, we can say that the project can be used for depends on the school how they are using it, weekly 1 hour or 2 hours, it's like that. So normally the school will go with 2 projects per year, or 2 to 3 projects, you can say that. So it depends on the project what they are selecting, we can select that the project. So 2 projects or 3 projects they can select.
Okay. Suresh, another question, since there are so many projects for TechnoKids, how can a school choose which is the best for them?
That's a good question. That we will be sharing the project matrix with you, and as I told you, each category will be having the variety of projects like Microsoft skills and other skills, so that the teachers can select. This year I'm going to teach some Microsoft skills, next I will be teaching some robotics skills. Like that, teacher can select the project. Of course, we can also support you how to select the project if you are new to this platform, and we can support you how to put. For example, this year you're learning Python, and next year you'll be using some real-time application of Python programming. Like that, you can use it.
Okay, thank you, Suresh, so much. We will stop for that much of questions. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the session. For all the interested schools, we will be happy to conduct a one-to-one detailed session for your school separately to explain more about each project of TechnoKids and help you choose which is the best project for you. Okay, you can add your request in the chat box or on the contact details from Knowledge Hub or Mekon. Okay, thank you again and see you soon.